part, and after we'll go. If we have enough people, we'll just go into Bellum and practice it directly. If we don't have enough people, we'll just like open up maybe Paint and have a discussion about it. So the first part that was planned was fire and maneuver and bounding at different level, at team level and at buddy team level. Those two levels are gonna differ the distance you want to cover. And for example, if you want to cross a large area, you're gonna go with the team bounding. So one team, that's half
Yeah, the weird, that
The
big
weird
forest
forest.
down there. Is that what you're talking about?
Kind of like center of the AO, and then southeast of that by like maybe 100 meters in that forest.
Got you.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
just
yeah,
meet them that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the fucking yellow house in the forest. Gotcha.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Alright.
meet you by the yellow house then. Good to go.
South, southeast. Okay.
But yeah, we all run towards our meeting spot to practice the drill of bounding.
Started training. You want to go ahead and follow me?
I'm
Frank, did you
gonna
go ahead,
talk
Maniacs.
a little bit about the advanced leadership and initiative part that I planned, about probing the enemy and how to test their line and gather intel so we can improve our own OODA loop without giving them all the intel so they can maneuver on us effectively. So basically, not yesterday, but like in the game I've played, I've experienced a lot of stagnancy. Like, we set up in a very good spot, we set up in a very tactically sound way, and we are able, if the enemy comes to us, we're gonna crush them. That's the plan. And that's the plan is to make the enemy move towards us. But if the plans rely on the enemy reaction, the plan at the beginning has a weakness. I mean, the only thing you can control is yourself. You cannot control what the enemy is gonna do. And in a battlefield, the enemy has a vote. If they decide not to maneuver on you and maneuver into the trap, it's a good thing. Like, they are tactically sound. So a way you can adjust to that is to probe the enemy with the... It feels weird to say, but let me explain it, and it's gonna make sense. To probe them with an expendable asset. And what I mean by that is like a body team. And probing the enemy with a body team is tactically sound because, one, a body team is more stealthy than a fire team or a full squad, so there's less risk of them getting engaged, and the risk and reward aspect is better on your side because there's less risk on your side. They're least prone to get detected by the enemy because they are stealthier because of their lower number, and their lower number is also an advantage because if they get spotted and if they get shot, the enemy gave their position away, but you lost only 2 tickets instead of a full fire team or a full squad. Because if you full send a squad, you don't really have the choice but to fight. Because if you're not fighting it, I mean, you're just giving away all those tickets. So that's the theory behind probing. If when you probe and with the intel you bring with that, the match is starting in 40 minutes. With all the intel you bring, you have the freedom of movement because you're not fully engaged and you're not full send with them. Like, if let's say the body team get engaged and they are suppressing and trying to peel back towards the element, the enemy is engaging a body team, and they'll know it because the volume of fire they're gonna receive is gonna be very low, so they're gonna react accordingly. But you still have freedom of movement because your body you still have that full squad or the full platoon behind that is still in an unknown location for the enemy. The enemy only knows the location of that body pair that is probing them. So that's why probing with like quote unquote
Yeah.
expendable asset
The long,
is
or the long
tactically
one.
sound, and it's not
The
just
long one.
like sending 2 guys into the meat
Nice one,
grinder
dude.
and
Shit.
trying to figure out the enemy position. It's actually a real technique used. And this state is more advanced, so if you have an other opinion about it, you're free to open up and speak about it.
Hey, Maniacs, I'm talking to Klee right now. Do you want me to have him roll it to where it's more conducive to training?
Yeah. Since we all restarted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's working on it right now.
Nice.
And it should have like centralized servers, or centralized spawns where we all spawn at school. It'll probably be on AO1 with spawn at school, team balancing off, role
Perfect.
restrictions off, yada yada yada.
All right, see y'all. Something just came up. I'm gonna get going, y'all.
Later,
Sorry, I
man.
had to dip.
Joe Mendes.
Okay, Klee's still getting logged in so that he can make the changes, so it might be a minute or two.
Perfect, man.
Now would be a great time for a water break.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, if anybody needs to take a bathroom break, grab a really quick snack, grab a drink, now would be the time to do it. There we go. Looks like we're rolling over. Did you want to split the
Everybody
teams?
should be able to go ranger.
Yeah, we can split the team because we're gonna do some force on force right after
Excellent.
to keep the fun. So make sure everyone takes the squad role. Like the platoon leader is not gonna be used. So if you are on ranger, take the squad role, and if you're on satyr, you can take also the squad role. Alright guys, we're gonna rally up southwest on those rock. Alright, so I want Ranger on your left side, and I want Satyr on the right side.
Relative to whom?
Yeah, we're just gonna split the two teams. So Satyr on one side, Ranger on one side. So it's easier, and I'll explain what's the theory behind the body team.
Where you going, Mac? Come back, you traitor.
Do we have every Ranger?
We're missing probably 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna talk about how a squad, in theory, should split their body team. So for Satyr, the Alpha guys, we have the Senior Grenadier, we have the Medic, we have the Grenadier, and I'm missing one. Which one I'm missing? Hold on, I'm just gonna... The Medic and the Rifleman. In that case, like, we obviously want to split the two Grenadier. So the Senior Grenadier, which is the fire team leader, and the Grenadier are gonna be fire team, the body team 1 and body team 2, and the guy, the fire team leader, the guy who wants to keep him with him, probably the medic, so we have more freedom to shoot him, to control this medic and go over casualty, and the Grenadier is gonna take the Rifleman. So in theory, those two should be a body team. For the Bravo fire team, the fire team leader want to stick with his machine gun. The fire team leader is going to be responsible to control that fire of this most casualty producing weapon, and the AT gunner and the assistant AT gunner are going to be naturally in pair because they work closely together. For the Ranger, the same principle apply. The fire team leader is going to be buddy team with his machine gun for the same reason. So the fire team leader has a better time controlling the fire of his machine gun, and Grenadier and Medic are going to be in pair because they're the two left. So make sure when you're in a formation, you try to be as much as possible in that formation, and not as close as possible, but in a way that if you ever get in the buddy attack, you're gonna be with your buddy and you know the gamer tag of your buddy, because like we said, you don't have real field in a video game, so you need to use the gamer tag to increase and stop shooting.
Hey guys, please listen,
Right.
guys. Mechanics is trying to teach here. Please be respectful. And there's a lot of chatter going on in the back there. There's people who are looking at each other and fucking around. So, like, please be respectful of everybody's time.
We're gonna practice real soon. So make sure you know the gamer tag of your buddy in your buddy team system, and because you're gonna have to call his gamer tag and tell him that you're moving and you're covering, and he's gonna have to answer your gamer tag and acknowledge that he understands and he's moving. So remember, the linkage is communication and covering is always. So we're gonna start with Ranger. I want the squad 1-1 of Ranger to set up in front of that rock. Satyr, you can move a little bit more west so you're not in their way. Ranger can set up in front, and you guys are gonna walk north towards the yellow building.
Somebody's gonna have to tell me what squad I'm in.
Do you want them doing it in like pairs of 2 Maniacs, or do you want full squad?
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll start fire team. So
Okay.
Fire team 1-1 alpha.
Mech, was that you asking what squad you're in?
Yes, it was.
Is that your name in game, brother?
Yeah, Mech 427.
Who's got Mech 427? He needs some help, guys. He's brand new to the game.
Mike 427, he's in Ranger. Not Ranger, he's in Satyr. He is assistant ET in 1-1 Bravo.
Roger that. Hey, that's my man. Can you grab Mech 427 and help him out?
Alright, so do I have Ranger 1-1 Alpha in front of me? There's too much.
Can I get Soul Wipes, Makers, Trini, Lucy, and Flash down on the east side of the rock, facing towards the yellow building? Everyone else, if I didn't call your name, I want you to stand up on top of the rock, please. That's Soul Wipes, Makers, Trini, Lucy, and Flash. I want you to be standing on the east side of the rock, or the northeast side of the rock, facing the yellow building.
Alright. Good. So we're gonna implement the buddy system. The first advance is gonna be in pair. So one pair of buddy, so pair buddy 1 is gonna move. So fire team leader and machine gunner are gonna move while they're getting covered by buddy team 2, which is grenadier and medic. After, when the buddy team 2 is covering, they're gonna call team 2 covering. Team 1 is gonna acknowledge the fact that they understand the call, and they're gonna answer with team 1 moving. So this is the linkage. So moving, covering, moving, covering. It's easy to remember. The hard part is gonna be to do it while there's gunfire. So make sure you guys have good spread and you're good to go. Fracture, I'm not gonna be able to hear their callouts, so I'm gonna rely on you for the Ranger faction.
Sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you guys some coordinating instructions here, so you're all thinking the same kind of way. So axis of advance is 320, so you're all gonna be online facing 320. So you should be looking basically northwest. Get online, 5 meter spacing between you. I'll step away so I'm out of your way. Same way that Soul Wipes is facing, guys. Makers, can you go on the right side of Flash? Makers? Okay.
Good. I'm gonna throw a smoke and you guys are just gonna move towards my smoke. And for everyone, it's gonna be the same direction of advance. You guys are ready? I cannot hear in-game comms, so I'll guess this is ready. So So the first call should be covering. One team is answer moving. When they're set, they're gonna call team 1 covering. Team 2 is gonna answer moving. They're gonna move for about 3 seconds. They're gonna drop. Yep. Now when they start firing, they're gonna call that they are covering. Alright. Freeze this. Alright, I will. We're gonna, yep. Alright, thank you. Right here, look at me. I'm the satyr guy between 2 ranger. The only thing I want you guys to think about is the spacing. If a frag drops right here, how would you feel about this? Probably bad. So keep in mind spacing. The formal way is 15 meters, but 15 meters, it kind of is vague. So just think about it as if a frag land right between you two, would you be safe? If the answer is no, you want to increase spacing. So think about this. Continue to advance in that direction. So you can take when I shoot, it's game on. So everybody is on their belly, and I'm gonna shoot. Game on. Alright, index. Good job, guys. So, what we have learned from this group, think about spacing. First thing, coordination was good. I wasn't able to air comms, but from the way they were moving, I'm guessing that was pretty good, pretty decent. So now I want 1-1 alpha of Satyr. Squad leader, you're gonna be the fake grenadier, since you're missing one guy in your alpha guy. So 1-1 SL and 3 alpha guys.
Yeah, where do you want the 1-1 alpha
at the same spot. So the point of start is always gonna be that like pink building. So we're all gonna start here, and the axe of advance is always gonna be like bearing 305, so looking straight at the yellow house.
And how far is each fire team advancing before we
about
stop?
3 seconds.
3 seconds? Okay.
The theory behind it is a normal human being takes about 3 seconds to see you, adjust their aim, and try to take a shot at you. So, do we have a full fire team? All right. Squad leader, I'm gonna bump you down to your Bravo team, so you're gonna do it with the Bravo guys. So error. I have 3 guys. I'm missing one.
Bravo's coming over right now. All of Alpha's here.
all alpha. Alright, so error, you can come back. There's missing one guy. Good. So make sure you know whose buddy team is with who. So medic, stick with the grenadier. Rifleman, stick with the commander. So your squad leader. I'm gonna listen closely to your comms. And make sure you keep good spread. When I shoot, you guys are gonna move towards like bearing 305.
Hold on, we're still waiting for Bravo to meet us all up. Are we doing this like per fire
No,
team?
we're
or-
gonna be one fire team at a time.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm missing a
Alright.
freaking alpha guy.
So
Who's that?
I just hopped in. I'm in Alpha, but I thought I was told to move off.
So on my frag, we're gonna move. But you guys are gonna move, and I'm gonna listen to the comms. And you move towards the frag. So to initiate, one team is gonna call covering, and they're gonna start suppressing. All right, freeze. We're gonna restart this. So I want squad leader on my position here. I want your rifleman next to you in like with 15 meters distance. So if a frag lands between you two, you're gonna be safe. All right, this is good. Now those two guys are gonna have the same distance. Yes, exactly. So you two, you are buddy pair 1, so you're team 1. You two, you are team 2. When you move, when the frag explode, the first team to call that they are covering, they are the anchor. They are the one that are starting to suppress, and the other team is not arguing. They are acknowledging the fact that those two are covering, and they understand that they need to move. So let's say team one is calling on local chat, team 1 covering, team 2 is gonna start moving. So team 2 is gonna acknowledge, team 2 moving, and you're gonna move for 3 seconds, and after the chain start again. So you're gonna call that you're covering, and you two are gonna acknowledge that you understood what they said, and you're gonna move. The reason why we acknowledge is because we are in a video game, and if local chat doesn't work, you're gonna use radio comms. Because if they don't acknowledge, you know you're too far, and they cannot hear you because of game limitation. All right. So on my smoke is gonna be the direction you're gonna move. Make sure you keep good distance. All right. All right. All right, index. We're gonna stop right there. There's one thing I saw that is not doctrinally sound. Is I think it's the medic. You run behind your guys and took a position on their left side, and after you run in front of the muzzle. Running behind them can be tactically sound if you're getting squeezed too much on this side and you want to reposition in a better position. I didn't stop you because of that, but when you run in front of the muzzle of your guys. This is where it's a bit problematic because they need to stop suppressing, and you're gonna be exposed from two muzzle, the muzzle of the enemy and the muzzle of your friendly, and you don't want that. So when you run to the other side of the firing line, it can be done, but make sure you do it behind the friendly force. Good job, guys. Yeah. So, and the acts of advance, you normally try to go front, but it can be tactically sound to go on the other side. Good job. I want the Ranger 1-1 Bravo.
Maniacs, you want to take? Do you want to split people up and you take the Satyr guys and I can take the Ranger guys and we can get some sets in?
We can do that. I think we're starting to have a lot of people here. Yep.
Okay. I'll go down to like past the yellow building, just northwest there, with all the Ranger guys. You want?
All right. And we're gonna switch to in-game comms for the next part.
Okay. Rangers head northwest there.
Alright, Satyr, we're gonna stay here, but we're gonna maneuver towards the north. In fact, I'm just gonna make every Satyr guys group up. You're the ammo barrier of him. You can reload his RPG. If you press, I think 7. You guys can correct me on that.
It's 6 or 7.
It's 6 or 7 on your keyboard. You can pull out rocket out of your backpack. Exactly. Now you can reload his RPG. So that's why you're buddy paired with him. So when you're moving, you're gonna call on the radio. You're gonna press V, and communicate with the other buddy team that you are moving or you're covering. So we're gonna practice that. Make sure buddy team 1 is gonna be the machine gun team. So fire team leader, in that case, squad leader acting up as fire team leader, and the machine gun. And buddy team 2 is gonna be the the 80 guys. Alright. Your guys are gonna move towards the burn down truck. And you're gonna move when I shoot.
Covering.
So 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, you're gonna drop down on your belly.
Moving. Covering. Covering.
Index. Alright, index, guys.
You're good.
Index. Alright, we're gonna meet back up to the rock since we talk in local chat.
What up, homie?
We're gonna wait for the guys to come back and we'll have a quick debrief on that.
I think I was in 1-2. Were you like in the north the most of the time?
Yeah.
Did we get that
Alright,
perfect
guys,
like sandwich
so
at the end of the game?
debrief. I want you guys to imagine that you're in a pool lane. Like, you know the corridor when you're in the pool? You want to stay as much as possible in your lane. And to not crisscross into the lane of the other team. Because it's gonna get confusing real quick. And in a gunfight, you want as little confusion as possible. Because it's already very confusing and there's so much info coming in. You cannot process all of that. So everything you can control and everything you can streamline, you want to streamline it. That's the first thing. The second part, you want to lower your profile as much as possible when you don't have a good cover. If I'm behind that rock, yes, I can be standing and that's a good thing. But in Bellum, there's a mechanic that if you hold your crouch key,
You stroll wheel?
Yeah, correct. Hold your crouch key and roll your mouse wheel, and it'll adjust your crouch height.
yeah, that's because I changed my crouch key. But yeah, if you hold C and you scroll down, you can lower your... So if I'm behind that truck, full standing, full crouch can be good. But if I maybe 2 or 3 notch, that's even better. I'm more covered and I'm just increased slightly my survival chance. So that's about it. So if you don't have cover about this, like this big rock, you're just gonna press your crouch key, and not your crouch key, but you're gonna go prone and lower your profile as much as possible. So for the good, suppression was always up. That was good. All right. So Alpha, you go up. You're gonna practice it one more time, and after we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to the instructor.
Covering. Buddy. Covering, Bungus.
Buddy.
Covering.
Knowledge moving.
So Taka, you're gonna call covering.
Covering, Bungus.
Cover. Loading. Cover. Moving. I'm not getting comms from you, Hassan. Cover.
Alright, you can call the squad radio index.
Index.
Alright, I noticed something funny. You guys call acknowledge moving and acknowledge covering. You just say moving and covering. I used a lot. I've used a lot the word acknowledge, but you don't use acknowledge. You just use moving and covering. The acknowledge is just the image, the picture for you to, like, when you are moving, you're signaling to the other team that you understood that they are covering, and now you can move. That's where the acknowledge part came from, but you don't say acknowledge. That's just funny. The second part, when you are at the buddy team, you've just experienced it. The pair 1 was like here, and the pair 2 was still behind that yellow building. You want to avoid that, and that's when radio is gonna be in play. So maybe Team 2 is gonna call on the radio. Hey, Team 1, you're far ahead. Take a break. Team 1 is gonna take a break, and maybe take a better position, get dug in a little bit better, and stay there while you guys. That maybe, in fact, this is what happened. Team 1 had a road, so it was very easy for them to go down. Team 2, you had a lot of obstacles you had to go around, like, and the big building. So Team 2, you were slower because of the terrain, and Team 1 was faster because of the terrain. So that's when one of you two are gonna take the radio and call, hey, Team 1, you're far ahead, take a break. They're gonna take a break, and you're gonna be doing like 2 or 3 other bounds until you're roughly at the same level, and then you're gonna call on the radio, all right, we start again, buddy, and then you just go on and again. But overall, good job, guys. Yep, go ahead.
Question. With the bounding, so when I'm moving forward, when I'm moving, move past the person who's covering, or the team that's covering, or do I get in line with them?
There's 2 ways you can do it. It's successive or alternate. Successive, you're gonna go at roughly at the same level. Alternate is like, imagine you're walking, you're gonna pass the covering unit, and the covering unit is gonna do the same thing. A good rule of thumb is you don't want to be so far ahead of your covering unit that you're inside of their arc of fire. And but yeah, there's a way you can do it. Tonight we're gonna stick with just bounding at general, so if you go past them, it's not a big mistake, but if you go too far past them, this is where it can be problematic.
Okay, yep.
Alright,
Okay,
we're
no
gonna
worries.
go back to the rock and we're gonna practice maybe one more time. Bravo. We're gonna do the same thing, but this time, when you get to the road, you're gonna switch into the buddy team. Something we learned from Alpha, and that's good thing. We learn from each other. When you're in the buddy team, the terrain is gonna dictate the distance you're gonna cover. If a buddy team is too far ahead, the other buddy team that is far behind can use radio to call this to the buddy team. So the example that we had team 1 that was stuck behind obstacle and the terrain on the left side of the yellow building, and we had team 2 that had the easy way on the road. So team 2 was significantly faster than team 1, and team 2 was too far ahead and was in the field of fire of team 1. I think I just mixed them up. Whatever. You guys understand? The guys on the left were behind and the guys on the right were too far, so they were in their arc of fire. That we want to avoid that, so that's where the radio is gonna come into play, and you're gonna call this out on the radio so you can adjust. Alright, so I want my Bravo guys in front. We're gonna do this maybe one more. I'm gonna go down while you guys set up and quick brief. I'm gonna go down and talk with Fracture, and I think we're gonna do a force on force right after.
Mick, where you going?
We're gonna fight the Rangers?
Yeah. Wait, can you guys hear me or no?
We're gonna beat the Rangers, you mean?
Oh, we can hear you. Loud and clear. What did you say, sorry?
I said we're gonna beat the Rangers. You said we're gonna fight them, I said we're gonna beat them. Hoorah.
Let's beat them, bro. Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Давай, ребята!
Something like that.
Yeah, this is the first test server I'm joining, so kind of hyped for Bellum.
Well, hell yeah.
This is nothing. You need to actually play an actual game, bro.
Yeah, we just trained right now.
Oh, we just trained. Yeah.
It's
Better
good
learn the
learning, though.
controls.
You'll be way above.
I'm gonna
a lot of
continue on
players.
Discord. Do you guys all hear me in Discord?
Dude, imagine I had the game where we were just watching
Yeah.
the enemies for 15
Alright.
minutes over a ridge.
So, Bravo guys.
Oh, was that the one in the village where they tore to
Hey
pieces?
guys,
You're
class is in
facing
session. Class is
the
back in
yellow
session.
building.
Yeah, no,
And-
we were on Al Salam.
Excuse me guys, we're gonna just
Loading,
push
loading.
this off, and
Loading.
after Alpha
MG.
you can talk to each other. Alright, so Bravo, we're gonna be moving towards the school. When we hit the road, you flip into the buddy team.
You should join on Discord. so
MG,
you know
you
what
have
we're
your
doing.
buddy. Alright. You two, you're in the buddy pair. I'm gonna stick with you guys. When I shoot, it's
Which
game
thing
on.
in Discord?
Yeah, Maniacs, hold on. Loading isn't in the Discord yet.
Alright. It's the Bellum Discord, and it's training one.
Alright, we'll let them come
Alright.
first. We'll move first.
Alright. Make sure you mute yourself in Discord so you don't double talk.
Yeah, we're only talking
I'm gonna
in-game
exclusively
for
talk
the
in
exercises.
Discord. Yep. So, good. So loading for the exercise, we're only gonna talk in the local chat, and we're talking about bounding. So, guys, face the yellow building. And when I shoot, it's game on. Make sure you keep good distance.
Loading, loading. We're doing like training stuff right now.
Covering.
Listen to what Maniacs is saying. Yellow building that way.
So the first team called covering. Alright, freeze. We're just gonna redo that. You guys can get a little bit closer together because you two are bunched and you're split apart from the team. Loading, you can stand like pretty much where I am. Good, and you're gonna be I'm a Maniac, right behind you.
1-6.
Loading and 1-6, right behind you.
Look at this guy right here.
Yeah, that's me. That's me, yeah. Alright. You just joined loading, am I correct? Alright. Basically, we are moving in a bonding. Do you know bonding at all?
A little bit. I got confused. You said yellow building. There's one to our left.
Yeah. No. We're moving to the burn down truck. You see it? It's
Yeah, I see it.
it's bearing 050. Alright. So I'm gonna be behind you guys and I'm gonna give you quick tips. You guys know that this is team 1 because you are the fire team leader and you're controlling the fire of your machine gun, and you guys are team 2. For simplicity, team 1 is going to be the first one to cover, team 2 is going to be the first one to move. Alright? So you guys already knew the first count.
Sounds
Good. So face the burned down truck, face the school. When I shoot, it's game on. Don't forget to communicate in local. So you guys call covering. You guys signal that you understand the call by saying that you're moving. So when you get in position, you get prone. You're gonna call in local that you're covering, signaling the other team that they can move. Alright, make sure to do the spread.
Covering.
So the covering call has been said. Right, loading. You want to have as much spread. You want to have at least 50 meters spread with your guys. All right, freeze. Loading. Just make sure you have enough spread with your buddy that if a frag lands between you two, you don't get hurt. So right now you're too close. You want to have 15 meters. So probably like right where I'm standing at, I'm behind you, would be a better spot.
Hello.
Yeah, right there. Good. So right here, you're gonna call buddy. Is a leader is gonna call buddy. This is where you two are gonna work together. Make sure you use your gamer tag to signal that. So loading, covering. So this signal that you are covering, and Maple moving. This signal that you are moving. You acknowledge and you understand. Same thing for you two guys.
Okay, gotcha. I think this guy just joins.
Yeah. What you say?
Am I in the way?
No, you're good. Alright, so when I shoot, it's gonna be we're gonna restart, and I want to see buddy team moving towards the school. Alright?
Loading.
Make for covering.
Loading, moving.
Moving, Meg.
How do I man that?
Hold down your space bar. Hold down space bar and you'll man.
There we go.
Alright, good job. Index, index, index. That was good. Honestly, good communication. The bonding, you guys stayed pretty much at the same level. That's good. For the force on force part, I think we're gonna have a problem because it looks like we are invincible. Like, the ranger was shooting on us for the most part, but we didn't receive damage. So, Jedi, I don't know if you can figure that out with Clive, if you're still in the loop with him.
Yeah, stand by. I'll talk to Cleve.
Drill Sergeant, my battle buddy's dead.
Yeah.
I'm right behind you. I respawned for more ammo.
But when this happened, I mean, for anyone that didn't hear the local chat, someone just asked me, my battle buddy died. I mean, it's something that can happen and will happen in a firefight. When your battle buddy dies, stick with the battle buddies next to you. You're gonna be a tree up. You're gonna be fighting. You're gonna be fighting with the 3 guys next to you, and when another guys die, guess what? You're now a new one.
I don't like how we're getting shot at.
It's just randoms who join in, think it's a real game.
I'm gonna
Hey guys,
respawn. Any more ammo?
So for the Ranger faction, we are trying to figure that out, but I think we are invincible. Like, we cannot take damage.
Yeah, they have damage off for the transfer.
Yeah. So Jedi is in the loop with Clyde, trying to fix that.
Yeah, stand by. Stand by for the server to roll over. Clyde just acknowledged me asking him. He's gonna leave all the other rules in place. He said something about just how many bodies piled up next to spawn. What?
Nope.
Yo, if we, when the server rolls over, let's all try and get in the same squad so we can just use that for quick communication. Instead of having
Yeah. When the server restart, make sure you guys don't use squads, because platoon leaders is not gonna be used for a squad versus squad situation.
Should I be dragging Fire 4020 and Trini Lucy up into here? Into Training 1? Or are they AFK?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Restarting something.
Jedi is crazy power, man. God damn.
I'm guessing the server just rolled over.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, watch
To
this
have
one.
a
Watch this one, Fractured.
damage.
Oh no.
It's just gonna get you banned from the Discord.
No, please.
No, no abuse of power. What's going on, bro?
Abuse. I'm gonna message Karma Cut me.
Let that be a warning to you.
Oh, I like that voice.
Mm.
Are
Can
we
you just
still
talk in that voice for the
invincible?
rest of the time?
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Are we no longer invincible now?
No, you should not be
Normally
invincible.
we're
We'll see if the rules. We'll see if that one rule
So
got changed
if I
and
throw
everything
a
else got
grenade
left.
under me this time, I'm gonna die.
You should.
And I'm gonna join. I'm
Normal.
joining Seder, and then I'm gonna.
I'm joining your mom.
No.
Yo.
Wild.
Maniacs, what faction are you going to? And I'm gonna follow you around. I'm gonna go to the same one.
I'm Satyr.
Okay.
I don't even remember who the name of my battle buddy, so I'm just gonna keep.
You forgot me already?
I forgot your name. I'm bad at names.
That's cold.
Maple.
Maple. Where are you gonna be? Because I'm already on Seder.
Yeah, same role, Seder, MG.
But
Okay.
Ooh,
the
the
battle
holy
buddy
fridge.
theory, it's just in every game it's you're gonna have a different battle buddy in public hub. So make sure you just understand the theory behind it, that the squad leader is gonna be with the machine gun,
Okay,
and the
guys,
two
let's
other
not
roles
start
are gonna be
invincibility. Who wants to
together.
die?
So for Rangers,
There's a
it's gonna be medic
fridge.
and Grenadier. They're
The
gonna
fridge
be
is
together.
back.
For Satyr, like
Fridge. No, don't go, bro.
there's a fridge flying.
Stay, please.
Holy fridge.
Bridge.
Nice. But yeah, the theory behind it is your buddy team is gonna be different in every game in a public hub, so you want to adapt and flex on that. So for the training, your buddy was Maple, but maybe you're just gonna join and your buddy's not gonna be Maple anymore.
Me and you, Taka.
Ranger fun.
I think that's the fun of the game of we have no clue.
I thought we were...
All right. When staging ends, the blue envelope is gonna be Ranger start, and the red diamond is gonna be Satyr start. And the fight is gonna happen right in the middle. You guys use the formation you want. If you guys want to already be in a line and go face to face to each other, you can do that. The boundary is gonna be, you cannot go past, there's a fence here, you cannot pass that fence, that rocky part.
Can we pause on the shooting each other so we can hear Maniacs?
Everybody look on map. Everybody look on map.
Everyone, you can look at my Discord live. And please stop shooting at each other so I can explain this correctly. Starting point is gonna be the blue envelope on my stream. If Ranger can place those envelope again for everyone on the map. Satyr, you guys are gonna start on the south, and the fight is gonna happen pretty much in the middle. The boundary is the little fence, the rocky mountain here, and you cannot go in that village. Plain and simple. You guys just go face to face. The strategy you want to use, you go whatever. You have a wild card on that. You do whatever you want. So if you want to resume firing and shooting everything for 140 seconds, I have nothing else to say. Do you have any question? Nope.
What the hell, What is going on?
Is that just a random in Ranger squad? What? Like
Hey, we need a medic.
people in the training that are in Ranger side, can y'all please tell that dude to chill out?
Don't bother with medical. Just respawn. You won't lose a life.
Yeah, just respawn everybody.
We're playing Call of Duty right now, boys.
if y'all have randoms in that are not participating in the training, it's absolutely fine if they're firing, but they need to go off elsewhere.
Please.
They need to go elsewhere.
We're staging. He said we can fire.
No, you said when staging is
Okay,
over,
so
we'll
just
go to
making
our
sure you
marks
guys
on the
understood
map,
that
and
you
then
are
we'll do a
going on
scrim.
the red diamond on the map. So you're going south of that forest, and you're gonna be moving north for combat.
I've got his left arm. Whoever's helping me here.
You can redeploy.
I'll get his leg.
So wait, to
Maniacs, is the
clarify,
blue one the
south
ranger
of
starting
the
point,
trail?
or is the south side the ranger starting point?
Exactly. So the blue one is gonna be the ranger starting point, and the red one is gonna be the satyr starting point.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna be fighting in the middle. So at the weird arrow.
Do we have a medic? He needs blood.
I just respawn.
I want to preface this force on force by saying I am very CQB coded. So I'm probably not going to be as good as you guys.
Alright, staging is off.
Your heads look all so nice. Hey, where are you going? Where's this guy going?
Hey Maniacs, Klee is doing the eye in the sky thing, so I'll be switching back and forth between my first person perspective and his eye in the sky perspective. If you have a specific thing you're wanting to capture, just let him know. He's in the Discord with us.
Good.
Actually, I'm kind of curious.
I'm gonna be pretty hands off at that part since I'll have to go soon. But yeah, you guys are pretty much free to just fight force on force in that forest, or maybe change things up. But yeah, I'm gonna be on the Cly stream also.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I mean he's a good cameraman. He doesn't really need much input from us anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Satyr, let me know when you're ready to go.
Satyr is still moving, but normally there should be in like 3 seconds.
Hey, Taka, me and you guys stick together.
Alright, so make sure you mute yourself in Discord so you don't double talk and give away intel to the enemy. And I'm gonna give you guys like 30 seconds to make a plan, and after I'm gonna call this game on. Right, 10 more seconds.
Hey, you're my friend.
3, 2,
Yes, sir.
1. Game on, game on, game on.
Gotcha.
So we're moving towards the blue envelope. Blue envelope on the map.
I did. Pop out the player. Maximize. There we go.
North 005.
Yeah, 240.
go around. Just stay focused. Alright, let's move up to these rocks now.
You ready? Moving. Set.
I'm dead.
Ready, gun? You want to move up?
Alright guys, when you die and respawn, make sure you stay at the rock where we first started training. We're gonna do well.
Copy.
That's what I got for now.
Okay, thanks, Clee.
Index.
Yeah, index.
Alright, index. Call this in the radio. Index.
Sorry, Maniacs. Didn't mean to step on you.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I mean, I was about to call it.
Should I run it back on the YouTube after this? Once Maniac's done?
Yeah. I got you.
Yep. I'm gonna
live
set
streaming
you guys.
live.
Yeah, I will.
I'm gonna set you guys up for another force on force exercise, and I'll have to bounce due to IRL stuff. But yep. So Satyr, you guys go where Ranger started. So you guys go north. Ranger, you guys go south, where Satyr started.
Some Rangers probably need some more ammo, so we can.
Yeah, everyone just redeploy and walk back to where you're supposed to be.
Frack, do you wanna go ahead and do the next force on force immediately, like rearm and do the next force on force, or do you want to AAR the last one? I can bring up the stream if you want.
Just because Maniacs wants to get out of here, we'll do the last force on force, and then we can break down an AAR.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I wouldn't. If you said you were sticking around for a bit, Maniacs, my bad.
Oh no, man, I can stick around for an AAR right now, but the second force on force, I'll have to give you guys the training.
All right, it's up to you. Up to you guys if y'all want to do the AAR or the force on force.
Yeah, I think we can go AAR, and after you can have the rest of force on force for fun.
Gotcha.
Until you don't have enough.
Give me just a second.
Manpower to do
set up.
Force on force again.
Let me find where please stream starts.
Jedi, you just making sure you were pulling out your stream to have a visual
I really
on it.
Yeah.
I really want to know if that if the M240 was any effective at all.
I think it was.
The M240 West, you're talking about?
The M240 on the yeah.
Yeah,
it
was very effective.
Really?
Okay.
There we go. Training 1. All right, now let me share. Let's just do share entire screen. That'll keep it simple.
I want to know how effective the PKM was.
Alright, so everyone can hop on the Jedi stream.
Alright, has that got the Skycam showing on my stream right now, y'all?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Just let me know if you want me to fast forward, let it play, or what.
Alright, just let it play and I'm gonna tell you when to
pause it. You got it. It's maybe...
So this is right at the beginning.
005.
Yeah.
Yeah, 240.
Yeah, so you got Satyr on the left and Rangers on the right, or Satyr south and Rangers north.
Yeah. There's like one lone wolf Satyr there that doesn't kill instantly. The bulk of the Satyr force is on the west side, so at the top left corner of the screen. They are in a pretty hard place because to cross, they need to cross that small ODA, but there's a 240 that is actively suppressing them. So to cross, they need to gain the exchange of fire. That if you just check the line right now, they definitely don't have the upper end right now. That M240 is doing a fantastic job and suppressing the enemy. a good course of action for Seder would have been to acknowledge the fact that they are getting overwhelmed by the suppression of this M240. Because of that, they had to go outside of the play boundary, so they went on top of that rocky mountain that is tactically sound, but technically outside of the game zone. Like at that spot, they are outside of the suppression sector of that M240, but they still cannot very maneuver effectively because they don't have any cover and concealment. A good course of action would have been to take a route more east, so downward, and take the forest has good cover and concealment. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, I briefly switched to.
I'm hearing a lot.
I briefly switched to my perspective. I should be switching back to Clee's here in a second.
Yeah, no stress.
And this is
so
just
this
from the west looking
the
east.
beginning was very hard on Seder because to close the gap on the Ranger side, they needed to cross an ODA, but they didn't have any firepower, not any firepower, but they didn't win the exchange of fire before trying to cross that ODA. So make sure when you cross an ODA, it's very dangerous, so you need to minimize the risk as much as possible, and a way you can minimize the risk is with the triad, so speed, surprise, and violence of action. If you can cross that ODA in less than 3 seconds, you can do it in a pretty safe way. If they are unaware, so you have surprise, you can cross it. If you cannot cross it in under 3 seconds, and you don't have surprise, you need to have enough violence of action to be able to do it while the enemy isn't looking, because they are too concerned and just straight on survive. Some good thing I heard a lot of moving and covering. That was very good. Like it always warmed a bit my heart, like to see that what I've just teach people are applying it right now in the game, on the force on force, and that helped. Although the Ranger not the Ranger, but the Seder was in a very difficult spot because of you guys were communicating effectively. You guys managed to survive long enough to be able to close the gap and end up in that forest. But unfortunately, because Ranger took like a fire team element plus of people on that rocky mountain, it was difficult to win back the momentum. And the rest is just a story. That's pretty much it. Do I have any question about this or comment about this? Can come from anyone.
Yeah, what does ODA mean?
ODA means open danger area. So yes, what Jedi is just circling around. ODA can comes in different shape of form. If I recall correctly, the theory is because it's more large than it is wide. But basically, if it's very large, it's an ODA. If it's like small, it's a road. It's an LDA, linear danger area.
Yeah, like down here on the left side, in between this copse of trees up here and this larger forest down here, you might consider this an LDA, a linear danger area. But then like this area here, kind of like center left, and then especially out here where all these fields are, those are going to be considered ODAs, open danger areas.
Okay, thanks.
So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the AAR, or the first force on force. I'm gonna let you guys, like I said, I have to go because of IRL stuff, so I'll let you guys coordinate together if you want to continue doing some force on force. Good training.
Thanks, Maniacs. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Maniacs. Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Okay, let's just
job.
swap sides. Rangers go on the south side of that forest, and Satyr go on the north side. Satyr, let me know when you're in position, and we'll give 30 seconds for each team, then go.
Guys.
Make sure if you see a guy holding a camera or a smoke grenade, you shoot them in the head.
Diabolical.
Yeah, I definitely would have the cameraman last match. I saw it on his stream. I feel bad.
Oh, it's all good, brother. I knew I was taking a risk. I just wanted to get some good footage.
Right.
Eventually, I'll be able to do what Klee does and operate a third-person cam, but right now I don't have that kind of power.
Damn.
It's coming, though. It's coming, boys. Hey, Rangers, I'm actually going to run with you so you don't shoot me.
Word.
So don't shoot the Russian, intermix with us. Gotcha.
Yeah, roger that. I'm going to try to stay behind you, and I'm going to try to also stay far enough away that I'm not just, like, blatantly giving away your position on the BTAC, because Satyr will be able to see where I am. But I'll try to not be, like, standing right on top of somebody's piece of cover or something, you know? Y'all good with that, or do you want me to just go to the other side?
No, I put out on the radio.
You can come over here, that's fine.
Try not to shoot you, so hopefully they kind of don't.
Nah, I mean, I'm not worried about getting shot by you guys. I don't want my presence on your side to give away your element of surprise too bad.
Oh, gotcha.
But for training purposes, I think we'll be alright. And Klee had to bounce out, so we're back to just my first-person camera, by the way. Here, I'll pull out my binos. Some high speed like that. Hey, Fractured, are you Rangers cool with dropping back down into training too, and then y'all just communicate in Discord so that I can record it, or would y'all rather use in-game comms?
What do you guys think?
If he wants to hear the training, then I'd say yeah. If he's trying to like make something out of it, because he can't hear an admin cam. Is that what you're trying to do?
Correct. Well, I'm on the other team.
Not admin cam.
Yeah,
that's right.
So I can't hear y'all's Ranger comms in game. But
We're
that's
talking shit about you.
Yeah, that's up to you guys. If y'all'd rather use in-game comms, roll with it, and I just won't have comms. That's fine.
Satyr is ready.
Thank you, Maple.
We're gonna use the in-game comms, should I?
Yeah, that's fair. Roll with it.
Okay.
Let me know when you guys are ready. Satyr.
We're just waiting for one person to join us, and then we'll be good.
Okay. Yeah, Maple's monitoring, so she should hear that. They should know that y'all are still waiting. I should go stand up on that rock in the middle of the AO, like where you absolutely cannot accidentally shoot me. But
Rangers are good to go.
Maple, you copy that?
Copy.
Alright, start X.
Down Jedi.
Send it.
Game is live. Game is live.
Trim,
Yes, sir.
is this what you left me for?
Yes.
Brack, was that you?
We're supposed to be drinking. You know, playing ready or not.
Sucks.
Was what me, Jedi?
Somebody may or may not have shot me.
It was not us.
Wasn't intentional.
You didn't even
It
invite
was.
me, Trim.
You're playing ready or not?
I would have joined.
It's a training. I don't know what they were doing.
I just shot someone that wasn't. Oh no, there was a different guy. Looks just like Jedi, within 5 meters of Jedi.
No, Trim. Aww. Bye.
Once it's over, Gusto, we'll play. They're almost done.
I don't believe it.
Trust.
Soon. Yeah. 10 o'clock.
Good night. That was the first.
I think we won. I don't know how I know that. I think we won.
Crusaders remaining. Rangers definitely won.
Some Satyr guy is a dickhead and shot me while I was shaking my head no.
Dude, I took like a frag to the face. I was so damaged. It's wild.
Oh gee.
I watched a grenade fly out from over the top of the bushes, land right next to me, and I was like, I guess I'm dead. And then there's a smoke grenade.
I really need Clyde's over the top view of that fucking M240, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be up.
Damn, it looks like
I'm up.
RP.
No, you're not. What shot me?
And the cameraman didn't quite make it to the.
Okay, it was very unclear. I spawned in and he was shooting that body, and so I spawned in on top of it and shot it.
Oh,
My
gravy.
That was pretty fun. I think I
It
got
was
domed
unclear.
immediately.
Nice.
I stood on a rock.
My bad, Tim.
10 out of 10. Game of the year.
Are you wanting to AAR that fractured?
Yeah, we don't have much to go off of though. Besides,
my
'cause we don't have top
perspective,
down,
I can't
obviously.
do much for you.
Yeah. How did the M240 feel on the Satyr side? On the initial contact.
I hated it.
We have it. I wanted to use the 240, but I don't know how to use it, and I didn't get to use it. So.
It's at the very bottom. It's in 1-4 on Rangers.
This might just be more of a fun
Well,
one.
I'm on Satyr.
AAR
Yeah, you don't have a
type
240.
That was more of a fun one, yeah. The M240 eats, man. Like I wish you guys could see my perspective, because like I wasn't doing much. I would just guess the general direction of where you guys were at, change my elevation to where I thought the terrain ended, and then basically would shoot and just spray in that general vicinity left and right. And that's all I did.
I'll let it run in the background, so if anybody wants something to look at while y'all kick around the AAR.
Yeah.
But
we could do maybe just a like quick one. I don't know how in depth we can go, unfortunately. I mean, the Rangers. I'll just tell you, the plan basically was to have the 240 hang back on the what's that? The west side, southwest side, and then the squad was sweeping through the forest on the east. What were you guys doing over on Seder?
Walking in the open, apparently.
Hey guys, quick question. Sorry for the random.
No.
I'm installing it right now. Should I add to Steam library or not?
You can if you want it.
Either way is fine, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mess with anything.
Yeah, I added
I think it lets you
but
take screenshots. So
Yeah, there's
if
no
you wanna do that.
drawback, and there are a few benefits. So yeah, go ahead and do it, bro.
I didn't do it. I kind of regret it a little bit.
You can go back and add it.
Stupid.
Does it?
I don't feel like we
Does
can.
it Steam Replay? Does it work with Steam Replay or not?
It might. The overlay would be supported, I'm imagining. So.
If you don't want to see that, now's your chance to leave. It's not super clear, and it appears to be a video of a screen of a security.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Sorry.
I thought that was someone talking about what was happening.
Anyway, we're live right now, guys. I'm recording, so if y'all are going to do an AAR, let's get on to it, please.
Do you guys have any notes from like what you think could have been done better, or was something you want to see more of tactically, or communication, or anything like that, guys?
I think it went well. This is my first ever time touching Bellum, and like I feel like I can't say too much about tactics and all the smart people stuff.
Is there anything that confused you from your level?
That's a good question.
No, it's just I think I joined so late that all I really got was bounding and force on force, when I think you guys did like 10 more minutes of stuff.
Good news is you can go back and watch the YouTube stream. I'll drop it in the text chat if you're interested. Yeah, no, shameless plug.
I actually have something I'd like to say about Seder's side. Because Bravo pushed the right side, Alpha pushed the left side, and then as soon as Alpha was taking heavy contact, Bravo was pulled back and set to take Alpha's place. So while Alpha was effectively suppressed, Bravo was pulled back to also be actively suppressed, which I think might have been a mistake.
Oh wait, are you talking about the first one?
No, that last one.
It was kind of in both scenarios.
Yeah, because the first one I definitely feel like I was fire team leader apparently.
Woof.
And no, because like they asked me, oh, do we want to support Alpha or stay where we are? And I was like, I was like, might as well support Alpha. And then I got us all killed. So...
who's the Seder SL?
Error.
I definitely feel like it was a little unbalanced because we didn't have any binocs, and I'm seeing from the replay that we were very
No, the binocs were
against
Jedi.
those.
That's the streamer, don't worry.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay.
That you were very what?
Well, then we just got our asses handed to us.
So, here's what I'll say for, I guess, a bunch of you are new. Right, is, Rangers have a force multiplier. That is the 240, right? You felt that. Like, you fully, outright felt that, right? So the intent was, and this is kind of the tactical thought, right, is I moved, what, like 10 dudes on that right side? Right, and the 240, which, was there two 240s or just one?
Just the one.
Okay, one 240, I sent him on that left side to make it seem like there's a big force on that side, right? But it's one dude, right? That's a Ranger, like, benefit, right? Is we have that ability. Right? Versus, you know, Seder, like in a live game, right? You have 4 whole squads of assault, right? We have 3 whole assault squads and 3 240s. Right? So it's a force multiplier that you have to work against. And if you're not tracking what's happening, you'll get confused and go, that's a whole squad that's shooting at me. It's just one dude. Right? And so it's meant to screw with your thought process. It's meant to mess with you like that mentally. It's kind of the point. It's a mental game.
Yeah, I definitely thought that you guys were pushing on both sides for a sec, until my Alpha team informed me that there were contacts on our east.
Yep, and that's the intent of that right? It's like he doesn't need to move, he's in place, but it sounds like he's moving and sounds like a lot more is happening because it's a bigger gun and it's got a lot more echo to it, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm gonna say I think I actually killed a guy. Like until we kind of got pulled back when Alpha died. Bravo was holding our own. I feel like I think we held off a full attack on our right side. And when I
Yeah,
decided
that first match we definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first match. And when I decided to pull back, I got separated from the squad and wound up in the middle of Ranger lines.
So, again, back to that mental game, right, is like the moment you stop pressing that attack, right, and on the Ranger side, we don't stop. If we don't stop, but you stop for a second, that gives us an opening, right? Because the moment you stop, you're deciding, like, oh, I'm going to start walking backwards a little bit. You just gave up your ground, right? Like, you're not able to maintain that engagement the same way we are. And that's kind of where you start to get slaughtered.
Real quick, who's we?
Rangers.
So who are the other guys?
Satyr.
Essentially just 4 guys with an AK and PKM.
Are we running a game, boys?
I'm not. I'm hopping off.
Hey, I was gonna say for the one guy, if there's anybody that wants like training material or links or whatever for learning any of this stuff up on your own, I have a ton of shit just in a folder if you want it. So my screen name is the same.
Yeah, I stole all the Bellum training stuff.
That's Helium if you want it.
Like I just have it
for anybody who wants to hop off or go do something else, you're free to do that. I'm gonna run a quick breakdown of some training material that we covered earlier in the match or earlier in the night. One sec here. Something is going off in the background for me.
Might be mine still running, or is it on your end?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You want to tune into what I'm about to show? Maybe.
Yeah. If it's if it's covering new ground, and I mean it's going to be a new perspective, so yeah, I got you. Let me. Are you going to be going in game?
So
at
here's.
All? Sorry. Are you gonna...
Nope.
Okay. Let me get my shit together.
Okay. So earlier in the night we covered the acronym COPT. Does anyone remember what it stands for?
Sounds like we need to do more listening when we're in the server.
Yeah. COPT sounds like COPT means cover, obstacles, positions of fire, positions of observation, enemy, and distance. That's a lowercase n, not a backwards n.
Had me fooled.
Okay. Cover, concealment, obstacles, positions of fire, positions of observation, enemy, and distance. Okay. So we were fighting in this AO right here. Well, how do we think cover and concealment applies directly to this AO?
Where were you guys firing at, or what was the objective? Where was the objective?
It was just force on force, brother. We had one force in the north, essentially, and one force in the south.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys were getting pinched?
It was a set zone
tree?
just because there was
King of the Hill stuff?
Yeah, we were playing basically just team deathmatch inside this little forest here. So this forest was our AO. Cover and concealment, how does it apply to this forest?
You got concealment. And
which
depending
is
on the terrain, you can have cover. Doesn't mean it's hard cover or good cover.
So concealment is for those who are new to milsim, taxim, or like just military tactics in general. I guess concealment is something that can conceal you but isn't bulletproof. Cover is something that will stop bullets, right? So rocks,
like what does
rock or tree?
Then what's concealment?
Tree doesn't stop bullets.
Bush. Well,
There you
okay. So concealment is a bush, and then cover, like hard cover, is like a fucking big rock or boulder.
Trees work too in this
Right.
game.
Well, he just said it didn't. So
Trees will change the the fucking bullet trajectory, but it's not gonna, like, if a bullet goes through a tree and hits your body, it's gonna, that bullet will go through a tree.
It's good for grenades and stuff. As far as
Good for
I'm tracking.
fragmentation, but not bullets. Okay, so cover concealment. You're in a forest. Trees are not great cover. Rocks are great cover. Micro terrain and like dirt is cover. That's great. Defilade's good as well. It's like using the micro terrain and just being. For those who don't know, defilade is basically being behind the dirt mound kind of thing, in the simplest terms. Okay, so you also notice there's a big open, there's an open danger area circled here with the yellow here. So that is anybody who basically enters from the north. You're pretty visible if you're from the tree or sitting in the tree line, right? Basically here. Let me mark it. If you're sitting there or you're entering this danger area from the north, that direction, you're also pretty visible as well. Like you're entering the sparse terrain of like the trees, right? So you're going to become more visible the closer you get to that ODA. Same thing with coming from any other direction. So stay away from this ODA if you don't have what Maniacs was saying. If you don't have a supporting unit that's covering you with fire, right? Or you're not able to get across that ODA very relatively quickly. So in this context of a forest, what's an obstacle? By definition, what's an obstacle?
Something that prevents you from going where you want to go.
Something that prevents you, or something that changes your behavior.
Yep, like that open area. ODA.
Right. So something that changes your behavior. An ODA, that you consider this an obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say there's a
or something.
Big boulder. There's a trench line right here, for example. Roughly. Would you consider that an obstacle?
Yep.
I would personally consider that an obstacle as well. Why? Because if there's a machine gun looking straight up this way,
yeah,
there you have them basically in a nice perfect line where you can light them up, right? You might want to avoid this trench line, go around it. You don't want to sit inside of it because you can silhouette yourself from the back. Your uniform is not going to blend into the dirt that's behind you that you're sitting in. So I consider that both the ODA and the trench that's right here as an obstacle. Okay, positions of fire. What are some positions of fire that we can see here? Keeping in mind the terrain. Like look at these topography lines that are here. You've got a really high feature on the west side. You've got a high feature on the east side, and then if you've got a bowl that basically sits in the middle here. So positions of fire. What do we think?
Good spot for MGs to sit, MG teams or observation or recce teams to get intel or to be able to control the wider areas.
Yeah, definitely.
Them, right?
Something else is maybe you could also consider this an obstacle is that you're sitting in the valley.
Hey, gents, how's it going?
Hey, not bad yourself. Down in this valley, in this red area, that's the valley, right? So if you're sitting on any of the edges of the area right here, you can basically see inside of that valley that's sitting in this contour line, right? So everything on the edge, on this purple area, if you're shooting inward towards the valley,
it's like a turkey shoot.
Exactly. Great positions of fire, right? You can see down into the bowl. You can't see across the bowl because if you're sitting on top of this hill right here up north, if you're sitting here as a machine gunner, you can see down into the bowl, but you can't see through the crops of trees to the other side of the bowl. Over here, you're looking through a forest, so it's through the tops of the trees to try and look over here. But what goes through trees?
Bullets.
Bullets. Bullets goes through trees, right? And you know that the enemy is somewhere, if you're on the north side, somewhere over here, generally speaking. Okay? So positions of fire. Anywhere on this hilltop. It's a great fucking position of fire. Okay, positions of observation. What do we think a great position of observation is?
Well, that ridge line.
Could be the ridge line.
Yep.
No, open field to the left. You're open to fire.
Up here?
Well, the edge. I mean, the edge of the ridge line. You want to stay in the trees, but right.
So.
Yep.
I still wouldn't go there. I would say have an observer far right on top of those with those contour lines. I mean, if you can get someone back near 104, I would put someone there.
104, 104, 104. What is
that? Bottom right. Up 3 to the right. I think 6 times. I'd put someone over there. Because obviously if you have enemies flanking from south like you were just talking about, your observer will see that and then relay that back to command.
Yep. So we're sitting in just this black circle. This is the area we're operating in.
Okay. Yeah. And then which directions have enemies like flown consistently through?
South and north, he said.
South and north? Yeah, I would have someone on the south, especially if we have position on top of that hilltop. You know, like you said, you have great positioning in that north side, so you want to push them and make them come from the south. I'd have someone on 104, an observer over there, just to call in coordinates.
Right. So positions of observation. I'd say that anything like through these crops of trees. A position of observation, you could be sitting in the bowl or sitting at the base of a tree, and the lower you are in the bowl, the further you're going to see out in this area. The higher you are, the less you're going to see because you're going to be looking through this copse of trees.
Is that bowl? Is that bowl that you're talking about? Is that like a big horseshoe pointing and open south?
So the bowl that I'm talking about is the contour line that's highlighted in red.
Okay, that's
the ODA is in yellow. The bowl that I'm talking about is in red because you're basically like all of this is a high feature all around it.
Okay.
So generally speaking, the higher you are, right, you're going to be looking through. I need you to mentally picture this, right? The higher you are in the crops of trees, you're not going to be able to see to the other side of the other side of the forest, right? Your bullets are going to go through it, but you're not going to be able to see there because you're just going to be looking through the tops of the tree line, right? But if you're sitting lower in the trees and at the base of the tree and you're closer towards the end of the valley, the lower you are, you can look underneath the tops of the trees through the bushes and you can see to the other side. So the higher you are, the less you're going to be able to see, but the more you'll be concealed and the more you'll be able to fire. You'll be able to shoot over your friendlies that are in front of you, and you'll be able to shoot basically anywhere that you want inside this bowl, right? The lower you are, the more you're going to be seen, but you'll also be able to see more. Does that make sense? Are you guys still following me?
Yes.
Right on. Okay, so next one, enemy. What is the common acronym that we use to analyze the enemy?
There's a couple. Yeah.
Okay, somebody give me one.
3Ds, 4Ds. There's
salute.
Salute him.
Size, activity,
location.
Size, activity, location, unit, time or tactics, and equipment. Okay, so size doesn't really apply to us because we're fighting one-on-one. We're fighting a squad on a squad, right? Generally speaking, you want to be fighting on a 3-to-1. The first acronym and the size. Whenever you're asking these questions, so you're asking yourself cover concealment. The next question you're asking is so what, right? What's the deduction that you're making? How does this apply to me and how it's going to affect my planning, right? So salute him. Size. Generally speaking, you want to be fighting on 3-on-1, right? You want to have 3 friendlies to 1 enemy. That doesn't really apply to us since we're not Obviously, we're not going to be. We're one-on-one lone squad. Activity, right? What is the enemy activity? They want to try and kill us. You can break that down a little more. What are some potentially maybe like enemy access or enemy key avenues of approach? What are they trying to do? How are they trying to achieve it? Right? Not super applicable to us, but generally speaking, you can break down their activity to obviously they're trying to kill us. Location. If we're starting in the north side and they're starting on the south side, this applies to us because we know that they're bound by the same boundaries that we are, and they're going to want to be going north, right? So they're probably going to want to avoid these obstacles that we identified earlier. Key avenue approach probably through the cover and concealment that's afforded by the trees. Okay, uniform doesn't really need to apply to us. You could break this down if you're fighting like Rangers versus Satyr or Rangers versus El Zalam, because the different units are going to fight differently. Where this AO is so small and you're basically just fighting them kind of one-on-one, doesn't really apply. If you're using the greater map and the greater AO, you definitely need to take into effect what faction you're fighting because they have a different center of gravity. You might ask, well, what's the center of gravity? Well, in Al Zalam, they use decentralization, speed, and maneuver because they have lower armor and a 10% speed boost. Whereas the Rangers' center of gravity is the M240 Bravo, which is a force multiplier because it's uses a much higher velocity or higher caliber round, and it's very effective. Obviously, one of the most effective weapon systems in the game at this point. Same thing with Satyr. Their center of gravity is much like the Rangers, but they also have more fragmentation-producing weapon systems, like their RPG, and they have their grenade launchers and machine guns in every single squad. They have 4 aligned squads versus 1 heavy weapon squad that the Rangers do. So they're kind of equally distributed in their weapon systems all around their entire faction. So unit uniform doesn't really apply to us right now, but you can consider it when you're on a bigger match. Time, something else that you can also say instead of time is tactics. So what kind of tactics are they using? Say Al Zalam, they like to hit and run. Satyr, they like to engage and push the threat. Rangers, they like to sit at a distance and basically use their firepower at a distance and try and keep you away. Equipment. We're fighting Satyr versus Rangers. What kind of equipment does Satyr have? I just said it.
Grenade launchers.
Fragmentation producing stuff, right? How does that apply to what we're going to be doing?
Be bunched up.
What's the so what of Satyr having a bunch of fragmentation producing rounds?
Definitely don't want close proximity. You want distance between your friendlies.
We want to stay behind cover.
And
like an echelon formation.
Spacing.
Spacing.
Distance, cover, concealment, spacing. You want to make sure that you're spaced out. So taking into consideration that you want spacing and you're going to be forced into basically the right side of the map. So let's say Satyr is down here, right? They're pushing up north, and the Rangers are or Satyr is pushing to the north, and the Rangers are pushing south. You're going to be canalized by this terrain that's on the east side because you have a giant ODA that's sitting right here. Okay, how does that affect you and your plan? And you want to make sure that you're using spacing.
You're almost going to be bunched up. You really don't have a ton of real estate east and west, so you're going to almost be like a compressed wedge, which is going to funnel you in to a kill box because of that LDA and because of your trench.
Yeah, exactly. So you probably don't want to put any more than 4 dudes inside this space, because if you put 8 dudes inside of this space at one time, and you get 1 fragmentation round to the face, sitting all behind 1 rock, you're all dead. You're dead meat, right? So it's not just like the obvious answer, like you need to sit behind cover and concealment. It's like, okay, yeah, you also need to have spacing. You need to, what are the effects and ways that you can maneuver differently in order to have a change in the way the enemy is going to interact with you in your systems. So I'd say that you probably don't want to be pushing your entire squad down that canalizing terrain. Okay, cool. So we use salute, and it's an acronym within an acronym. Wonderful. Let's go back to copped. So after we've broken down the enemy, distance. What's the distance you think that's here?
Is it a large grid square or small?
I think each one of these grid squares are 100 meters.
Yeah, it's a large one.
Yeah, so this is probably 200 meters, 300 meters from edge to edge. 300 meters?
Yeah. 100 meters from edge to edge.
From left to right.
Same thing.
So from south to north, 300 meters. From west to east, probably 100 meters, maybe 150. Right. So what does distance have to do with what we're doing? West to east.
Positioning.
Probably. What's the maximum effective range of different weapon systems that you have? Is your M240 going to be? Is your M240 with no sights and not in a bipod setting going to be effective at 2 kilometers?
No.
No. So 300 meters, again, not super pertinent to like this small AO, but like if you're fighting the enemy at 200 meters, it can be a position of observation, but it's not necessarily a position of fire. So you need to consider the distance between you and the enemy.
Keep in mind that the max effective range of M240 is, I think, 1,800 meters.
It's 3,700 meters, I'm pretty sure.
1,800 when it's in the support fire roll.
240. Well, yeah, max effective is different than coverage.
Max effective or max range is 3,700 meters, and then.
Oh, you said max effective? I heard just max.
I said max effective.
That's my fault.
But his point is with iron sights.
Yeah, with iron sights. Yeah, good call.
You guys see that? No, you can't.
He's green. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Max effective range of a C6 and a support fire roll. That's with a tripod, right?
That's my baby right there. I love the 240.
I hate the fact you called it a C6.
I'm Canadian.
I know.
mean, nothing wrong with calling it a C6.
A Canuck. Shit.
Canuck.
Never even heard that.
So in the light roll, 900 meters. Light roll is without a tripod. Within the support fire roll, which is you got the tripod and you have a C2 sight, which is the same sight they use for artillery. So you can do indirect fire with it. It's the maximum effective range is 1.8 kilometers. Maximum effective range is 1.8 kilometers. Okay, so distance, right? How does this apply to us? This is roughly 300 meters, so all of the weapon systems that we're using are going to be effective. Okay, if you're farther away, then obviously they're going to be less effective, and you're going to have a lot more difficulty, especially with just iron sights being able to target the enemy.
It says your screen is paused.
Of course it does.
Come on, noob.
Damn it.
Okay, so taking all of these into consideration, right? So cover and concealment, canalizing terrain, obstacles, position of fire, position of observation. How would we, breaking down what happened? So we had an M240 Bravo. I'm talking about the first game here now. We had an M240 right here. We had the OP4. So the satyrs, they all went that direction, right? And then we had the rest of the ranger team.
No, it was more central.
Going that
I think
direction.
The first game was reversed.
Yeah, it was no, he's got it in the right angle, but we were more in the middle. We didn't go that far. We cut off about right there before we hit the ODA.
Right here. And you're probably more spread out, hey?
And then it started to kind of push around that ODA, it started to form around it on that right side.
Right. So we had a C6. Sorry, we had an M240 Bravo. Which was basically hitting the entire Satyr team in effective fire, basically just spraying this one little corner of the map. It was firing from the edge, the top of the highest point in the topography, to the other highest point of the topography, shooting through the tree line, while the rest of the Rangers kind of closed with and got closer to the enemy, and they could see further up the hill, right? Because they're getting closer, they can start to see up the hill as they creep towards you guys. These guys were just kind of pincered exactly where they were by an M240, and they were being effectively engaged because they were being shot at through the crops of trees, or through the tops of the trees.
Do you also want to explain fields of fire?
In what context?
You could just do that through
In-
SafeSock.
Just in general.
Just in general, it's kind of what happened there.
Okay, so fields of fire. In that way, I would probably say that my left of arc would be. If I had a friendly force over here, right? My left of arc is like I want to be firing off a certain distance so that I'm not also engaging friendly forces. If that's what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to say, like, we at one point we came to overlapping field of fire on the ODA where the enemy was. That's what I'm getting about. Like, there was
so you guys were.
Yeah. Like, your AOR of field of fire wise was on that side.
Like that. That's what you're trying to say. Okay, so mutual support.
Yep.
Right? Overlapping fields of fire and mutual support. We're both basically this area right here is where the kill box that we're engaging in. This big fucking triangle right here. Right? Anybody inside that box is gonna be shot at from multiple directions, and that's pretty much what that means. Okay, so just reviewing the concepts: cover, concealment, obstacles, positions of fire, positions of observation, enemy, distance. The next question you're gonna ask yourself is, so what? How does this apply to my plan? Because we can, looking at it from the top down, from a strategic, I say strategic, but a strategic perspective, this is why it shook out the way that it did. It's because Satyr pushed the left side where the ODA was, the M240 Bravo was sitting on top of the hill, and my girlfriend is standing over me right now. She
Tell her I said hi.
American Jedi says hi. So shooting through the tops of the trees and engaging the enemy from at a distance where they can't basically know exactly where I'm at and not be effective at shooting back at me.
That's actually real quick. That's something that I see in video games that's absolutely freaking brutal, that works against your team or guys that don't do that. I see snipers, I see MGs that just run up and into objectives without, I don't know, like, just why would you run in with a sniper? It doesn't make any sense. Like, let somebody else that's better equipped do that. You need to set up on cover, watch, whatever, suppression, use your max effective range. Same thing with tanks. They rush up on enemy vehicles. They could be hitting stuff out 1,500 meters. They don't. I don't know why, but
that's definitely a strength of Bellum, I think, is you see a lot less of that because you'll just get absolutely domed by the other guy on the other team who is effectively set up properly.
Yeah, okay, good.
So all this is to say, you don't need to push all of your weapon systems to where you can see the enemy in order to be effective.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you almost will never see the enemy, honestly, in this game sometimes. You'll, like, walk up and you'll see a field of bodies.
Yeah.
So
this is also why it's so incredibly important that communication is so important. Because if I know that as the M240, where this enemy is, and I'm engaging them with effective fires right now, I know they're right there, right? The team that's over on my left-hand side, relatively on my left-hand side, they don't necessarily know where they're at, so I need to come over the radio, hey, there's an enemy at this exact location. Okay, mark it on the map. That way they can also get into the firefight and come down with fires as well. So they might not see them as well, but at least they know the general vicinity, and they can also start shooting.
So, for, like, the new people in here, what if let's say you were the enemy, right, and you're inside that kill box right there, what is your goal?
Get the fuck out of it.
Leave that
Like, what would you do, right? Like,
what I was taught was smoke and run.
Okay, what do you mean by run? Like,
so, like, retreat, but not in. So, you know how you do fire and move?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically that, but reverse. So.
Oh wait, what was the word you said?
You're practically buddy rushing, but backwards.
Did you say
pretty
pew?
much? You guys know what buddy rushing is?
What was the term that you used for what you're talking about? Basically, backwards bounding.
Yeah, Yeah, I know you came in late, and no problem at all. The buddy bounding was covered in the beginning of the class, so everyone here
Okay.
should know. Should know.
I mean, I just call it buddy rushing.
It's also a battle drill one, I do believe.
Yeah, we weren't taught that. It was just we just called it reverse buddy rushing. Just supported fire.
You're breaking contact, but you're doing exactly the buddy bounding that we did today, but you're doing it in reverse. So in order to say in order to answer the question on what would you do if you were the enemy, if you were Satyr in this context, I'll tell you what happened. They started going further into the ODA, and as soon as they went outside the AO, but they went further out into the ODA where they were more visible to the M240 and more visible to people who were sitting down in this berm. You're sitting down in this berm, you look up the hill, you see somebody who's silhouetting themselves because they don't have any trees behind them, so you're standing in the sun essentially. Right?
Yeah, so the big thing here, right, is like you're gonna realize at some point that it's at 3-to-1 odds, right? The enemy's got the 3-to-1 odds on you, and you need to break contact. You need to find the best avenue approach. Let's say we took the whole bounds out of this, right? There's not that black bounds. It'd be down to the right there in the middle, where those tree lines start to back up. Like, you're not going into an ODA, right? You got to watch yourself because a lot of people start getting that 240 fired at them, and they'll just go into an ODA and walk into it. They get freaked out. It happens.
I know generally, like, a lot of time people want 3-to-1 odds when attacking, but you said this example is 3-to-1 odds.
So
I'm not following there.
So 3-to-1 odds is saying if there's one guy that you're fighting in a tree line, you want 3 dudes. So if he takes one of your guys out, the other 2 go, right?
You were saying it was.
So in the sense of like if you're fighting one squad, you want probably 2, maybe 3 squads.
Yes, I just thought you said something else.
But you're gonna realize at some point, say for example, there's 2 ranger squads in this tree line and you're 1 satyr squad. You're gonna realize at some point that you're fucked, right? And then that's when you decide like, hey, I need to get out of this because if you sustain that, it's not gonna work. Like no matter what you do, if you sustain that, it's not gonna work. So you're trying to break out of this to live to fight another day with another squad, right? Because now you want to come back with your 3-to-1 odds, right? Like that's basically the whole goal. There's a lot of times Satyr doesn't realize that they're losing. You got to be on top of that because then they'll just sit there and get slaughtered.
Is that
So
because
you have a squad? Go ahead, Hilo. Sorry.
No, I was asking, is that because of lack of comms or just lack of coordination or what? Lack of tactics?
I think there's also a mix of play style in there too.
Okay.
Which kind of leads to the tactics, right? It's like every team plays a little differently. Satyr's 4 full-on rifle squads, right? Basically, to put it. While Rangers is 3 rifle squads and a weapons squad. And then Satyr is each squad, so they have 4 squads, but each squad has 3 teams rather than 2 teams, right? And 2 of their teams have 3-man, and then 1 team has 2-man, right? I believe that's the case.
So I can add on to what you're saying.
They just play a little differently, just naturally.
Gotcha.
If I could add on to what you're saying, there's a fucking term that covers this, and it's called safe sock. And the S in safe sock stands for supplementary and alternative positions. I think if Fractured wants to run over that acronym real quick, I think it'd be.
I'm Canadian. Never heard of this acronym, but feel free to share.
What branch did that come from, Gray?
Marine Corps.
Yeah, that's why I haven't heard it either.
Yeah, so we go over safe sock. It stands for security, automatic weapons, fields of fire, entrenchment, supplementary and alternative positions, obstacles, and camouflage. I think that's a really good acronym that would be very useful in one of these positions.
And is that the context of like pulling back, or is that in context of something else?
Either one. It could be like when you're making your kill card. You could use it as an attacking acronym or defense / retreat. It doesn't matter either way. It still applies.
So it's just set up for operations.
So, did I miss the part where I heard this was an unclassified briefing?
This is. You can find all this stuff in ATP 3-21.8.
I know. Yep. I was just fucking around.
I can pull that number up in my head.
Yeah,
wait,
that shit in your head.
So what you're saying is this is indeed not in breach of OPSEC.
No. Well, why would it be OPSEC? There's no operation happening. So the thing is, right, is like you could be like, well, this seems like a lot of stuff to say and a lot of nonsense, right? But honestly, like, I mean, we've been playing. Supporter's been playing for what, 4 months now? I mean, it applies. Like to some degree, it applies more. Like I would honestly say it applies more than Arma does with some of this stuff. And I mean, Arma 3 communities for the longest time have gone pretty by the book, right? Like, but there's also always that like moment of like, well, this doesn't work in game. There's a few less moments that go, this doesn't work. There's a few less in this one because they do work, right?
Arma's built around like hyper realism. This game is built around gamey things that force you to use real tactics.
Yeah, so it's a weird balance of things that they've done to force teamwork. And I mean, it's forced though through realism, right? Like in the sense of like a gun team, the gunner himself can't carry all the ammo, right? So now you have your ammo bearer with you basically that has the ammo too, right? Like that's realistic. It's just most games don't put that there. Like Squad doesn't have that like that or anything like that. I mean, Arma can with a mod, right? But this is an out of the box experience that is designed to work all together right off the bat, right? Like it's not 20 mods put together to make one experience.
So how does it force you to work together? That's what I'm curious about.
Say again. Can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Oh yeah. So how does it make you guys like work together? Like how's it different from those other games?
So, say for example, you're one dude and you're trying to lone wolf, right?
Right.
4 dudes are going to show up in a tree line and just gun you down. You're done, right? You have 3 lives. Once you're out of those lives, it kicks you from the game, basically, right? Like you're not playing that match anymore. You're not playing on that server anymore, right?
Right.
And so there's already kind of a fear for life factor. That's like, I want to keep playing the game, right? So I don't want to die, right?
Yeah,
and if I go into this tree line and say I take out 3 of the 4 dudes, the 4th dude gets me, that dude just heals his dudes back up, right? And they continue like nothing ever happened, right? So the consequences on that single dude, it's not on the dudes you're ambushing because they're just going to get themselves back up.
Now, is there a fear for like loss of resources? Like, let's say like you've had to bandage and heal your people like so many times.
So
that,
you
like,
get, I believe it's 10 bandages for every standard person and 20 for a medic, right? And there's one. So is the platoon medic have the same as an AFRF?
As of right now, yes.
Okay.
You're 25, yeah.
So is it 25? So yeah, I mean, honestly though, bandages, at least in my experience, don't really come down to the wire. Because the way that they have it set, right, is realistic. You're going into their IFAC first, right? If they go down, you're using their bandages on them.
Like Arma?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. If you have that set, it's an A setting to pick that.
Is it? Okay.
There's heavy inspiration, and Clay could talk onto it if he wants, from Ace. Of course, they want to add more to the effects that it does on you, but
so it's inspired by Ace, but like we aim to have it more like easy to pick up with some depth in decision making, but we're going deeper in the how these wounds deliver, like make you less effective than the monitoring heart rate side of like, medical.
Yeah, if you have like a frag go off next to you or a rocket go off next to you, it's not gonna. I mean, it can do damage, right? If you're not laying down, it can do damage. But if it doesn't do that damage, you can't see for a solid 2 minutes, like well.
Concussion.
So you're completely relying on the guy next to you that didn't get concussed. That's where the teamwork comes in too, again, right? Like, you got to be next to your guys because if you get hit by that, and you got to hope there's someone next to you to save you. But
it's like you got to be next to your guys, but you also have to maintain like a nice distance away from each other.
So that's a big issue, right? Like people are learning. But it takes a lot of work because people, like we were talking about in game earlier, people naturally converge because we're going here, right? And everyone's going to slowly come to a cone basically to that position. And you got to watch it. It happens.
Yeah,
it's a big issue to try to keep the teams apart, let alone the people, right? Like,
have you seen like little kids play soccer versus professionals? Like the professionals have their own little like area that they stay in, and they do not exit that area. Right, they keep spacing. And then when you look at kids play, they all just chase the ball around, which is like
there's definitely
still your rifle at
still
wild. Back up.
There's still definitely a degree of people that kind of stray a little bit away from what they should be doing, but it's definitely like they're 5 meters straight away, not they're 50 meters straight away, right? Like.
It's all about situational awareness of each individual person.
And let me tell you, like, you haven't played a live match yet, right? Just asking. I don't know who all's not played a live match yet. but like everything starts shooting, exploding, like it's hard. So, I mean, they've done really good sound-wise of just like drowning everything out. Like you get into contact, you're falling back on what you need to do, right? Because you can't necessarily hear what's happening. There's times like as like a PL or whatever, I'll be there and everyone will start getting engaged and I'm like, a squad is telling me something, I'm like, okay, hold on. I have to like turn around and walk away because I can't hear if I'm standing next to like a 240 or something. And imagine having that go off and you're all in a condensed tree line, right?
Yeah.
So
shitty position to be in. I know it. I know it's like very shitty.
Yeah.
Hey, boys.
So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for tonight, guys. Thanks for everybody for coming out. We did a little bit of AAR action and just checking out some extra stuff. Your homework, if you guys should choose, for all your tactical niches and shit. This is a really fucking great YouTube channel. It does a tactical analysis of Helm's Deep. It's a little bit of LARP. It's actually a really fucking good video. This first time I saw this and his like terrain analysis and putting together all the fucking engagement area and shit. It's actually a really fucking great video. So,
Frack, can you
have a look at it?
Can you drop that link in the? Well, okay. Well, I guess we can see it, but can you drop that in the chat bubble?
Yeah, brother.
CSRC is goated.
I'm
Holy
lazy.
crap! His stuff is like
Thanks, Frack.
primo.
Also, like for the new people who have any Bellum questions, you can stick around. Clyde is one of the devs, so he can answer some questions too. If he's got time.
Just threw him right under the bus like that.
I'm just saying, I'm also free to answer any tactical questions.
Dude, last night I tortured that man for like 3 fucking hours.
Well,
asking questions.
we've all had our moment.
Yeah.
where we just sit there with him. I sat there with him till 5 a.m. one day.
Bro, I was
Yo.
geeking out.
Hey, I just want a real answer. Yes or no? Should I cop this joint right now, or should I wait until there's more like time like open service to play? Because I see you guys mostly just do weekends.
Personal.
Well, I mean, I pretty much only played Daisy and Armory Forger right now.
What do you play Arma for? That's my question.
Just PvP. I mean, bro, I just want a real, like, as close as I can get, like, you know, simulator. But I just want to know if there's like I see you guys only do weekend like open testing. So
that's up until April 10th, correct, Clay? And then you guys are going for 24/7. Or soon after.
Just somewhere around the April mark.
Okay, a couple of things, right? In April, we're aiming for Thursday through Sunday. Like kind of like the rolls up to that. The question I'm going to ask you as a Milsim enjoyer is, okay, are you prepared for Bellum to ruin all other Milsim experience for you?
Yeah. I mean, from the looks of it, no, I don't really like squad that much. But yeah, I don't really like squad that much. But I mean, just from like videos and like, you know, seeing people around in here.
Here's
and
what I'll
stuff like that. It looks
Deluxe's
pretty good,
price is honestly not that bad.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I was thinking about doing. But I just didn't know if like I don't know if like maybe for the next like 6 months, you know, it's just gonna be like maybe every other weekend or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't
they're increasing it per like test. Like supporters, it was every weekend. I don't know. Founders is like what, once a month? It felt like I wasn't there for that stuff.
It was for founders. They were about like every 2 weeks.
See, so they're slowly increasing the distance between the tests, decreasing the distance between the tests, so they can test on a longer and longer scale while still monitoring.
So like in the April month, like it'll probably start opening up a little bit more.
Well, that's what you just said. Thursday through
Basically,
Friday.
you get for the weekends pretty much guaranteed you're gonna be able to pop on and play, and weekdays these guys play anyway.
All right,
we're not stopping
I
them.
think I'm gonna get it. I was just wondering. Appreciate it, boys.
Yeah,
I'm going.
Do we have a date for like when 24/7 servers start, or not yet?
Later.
I would say when we enter like early access, right? That's the 24/7 like that's exactly when 24/7 is like, you know, 24/7.
I bet you'll have a few weeks though before then that you just try it.
So I got a question. So is the price of the supporter edition gonna go down due to the fact that nobody's no longer going to have access to that? Like,
hey, you don't want your weapon skins for $100?
Yeah, literally.
Hey, I get a watch. What are you talking about?
Like, will that price go down?
No, the price goes up once we enter, or I forgot where it says. But once we basically go enter like the full launch,
It's 20% discounted right now. It's going to go up to 120.
Yep.
Holy
Nice.
crap! 120.
Yep, everything is discounted.
It's for people who want to support the development
If you
effort,
want to
guys.
support us, pay for it. If you don't, if you want to just play the game, like honestly,
you're getting nothing
standard
real
edition.
out of it. Like honestly,
just
like,
buy standard edition. Honestly, just buy standard edition. Enjoy the game slightly later, but full, like even more full than what you have right now. That's my spiel for anybody that's interested in the game.
Yeah, if you want to play in
Because-
April, deluxe. Otherwise, like there's no
What
reason to
you
go
get
higher
from
than that.
supporter is literally in the name, right? It's supporting the project. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and then plus the little whip
culture.
Yeah,
Yeah, what about my tourniquet?
And don't
man?
forget the watch. The
There's
watch.
no
is
tourniquet, is there?
Yeah, what am I? Yeah,
No, it's
no.
about the patch. That's all it's about.
No, it's the S merge tourniquet on the rest stock of the AK.
Is that
That's one of those
hold
skins.
on? Is that one of the skins?
Yeah, it's one of the skins.
Hey, dudes, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the stream. Thanks a lot for everybody's participation. Thank y'all for mostly keeping things respectful of the instructor's time, Fractured, and what's his name? Maniacs, and then thank Klee for rolling the server over and changing the rules for us so we could actually do the training the most effectively. But I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down, so roger that. Y'all have a good one.
You did.
Area 10 shot.